there. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, I have round 2 of Would I Repurchase It? This was created by, I want to say, Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner. I saw Hayleigh do it. A bunch of us did it. And Hayleigh did a round 2, and I'm ready to do a round 2. So I believe Hayleigh had her husband pick her palettes. I'm going to use a random number generator. I have 105 palettes. If I get palettes that I've talked about before, or palettes that I talked about before, I will re-roll. But yeah, I'm going to pick 10. So I have 1 through 105. I have a lot. That's actually way less than I had though. If you guys saw my declutter, I did a declutter. I did a purge and a declutter, and I need to do it again. I hate the dry mouth sounds. Ugh, I'm having a hard time with that. Okay, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I could show 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'm gonna check these out. I'll be right back. I don't think I've talked about any of these, and if I have, I apologize, but I don't think I have. So let's start with some Colourpop. Only 2 this time. The first one is the Acai Baby Quad. I would repurchase, absolutely. I don't know what it is about the quad formula. I've said it before. It's just so much better. I'm not swatching. Mistake, you're not swatching. Not gonna do it. But it's just a really pretty purple color story, and you guys know the only thing I would do is get rid of this one because I hate the mattes with the shimmer. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. And everybody's like, but it blends away. Exactly. So what's the point? What's the point? I hate them. Anyway, I would keep. The next one is the Set on Sapphire. I actually haven't used this one, but I would definitely keep it. Again, I may have this tone of blue and possibly the BH, what am I trying to say? Blueberry Muffin, or maybe even the Bubblegum. But it's such a pretty kind of shifty color, and I clearly like to wear blue. And you guys know how I feel about jewel tones. So these 2 would definitely be 2 that I would keep. One that I would not keep would be this. This is the Huda Beauty Naughty Nude Rich. This would be a nah. And the only reason why is because I also pulled the Naughty palette, and it's basically it's basically the same. There's basically the same colors. So knowing what I know now, I would not pick this one up. I'd go ahead and pick this one up, and for a couple of reasons. Number 1, more colors. Number 2, everybody has said that these knife hands, the quality is meh, but my experience with the big ones has been the quality is much better. So this one would be a stay, and this one would be a go. I'm not ready to declutter it yet. But if I had to today, this one, between the 2, that one would go. Next, we have a Glam Light palette that I would say, yeah, I wouldn't have purchased. I only got this because it was cheaper to get the bundle during Black Friday than to buy them all separately. You guys know I don't like golds. I don't like golds, and now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if I shouldn't just put this shade back in and give this away. Take it under advisement. But anyway, this is not one I would purchase again. I mean, again, it's pretty. It's got browns. This shade is pretty, but I don't want to keep a palette for one shade that I can probably dupe in something else. So yeah, no, again, if it hadn't been cheaper to buy the bundle than to buy them all separately, I wouldn't have picked this at all. You guys know I'm not a huge neutral fan. These are more kind of like a berry neutral, which I can handle. This one, not so much. Next, we have one that was in Project Level Up. This is the LA Girl Hot Hot Heat, and I would not repurchase this one. So I kept it because I do enjoy it, but I have these colors and other palettes that I enjoy, like the formula more. This formula is good. I'm not saying that. I've mentioned that the shimmers are really nice. They're creamy. They're buildable. They're pink. I'm like, they're just really, really nice shimmers. And if you saw my Project Level Up when I was painting this, I had no issues using the shades, but it's not one that I would pick up now. I feel like I'm being a little bit more selective as we go along, and this just isn't one that would ping on my radar. So this would not be a repurchase. I should count how many would not be a repurchase and how many will be a repurchase or would be. Next palette is this. I think this is number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 7. This is the Pistachio palette from BH, and this would be a repurchase. I have used this in No Pan Left Behind, I think last year. Beautiful. I have nothing bad to say. If you see these out and about and they're colors that you like, grab them. Formula is good. You're not going to hear me say anything bad about BH Cosmetics. I'm just not. Now, again, we're all waiting with bated breath for the new ones, and we'll see. But yeah, no, this is really, really pretty. And if you like greens, it's a beautiful palette. One that I would not repurchase is this. This is the Nomad Tokyo palette, and for a couple of reasons. Number one, I have the pastel shades in the Ice Cream Dream palette from Glamlight, and I enjoy that matte formula much more than this one. It's not even really a matte formula. They're more satin, and I just found that I don't like the way they blend. I literally do not like the way they blend. I actually hit pan in this shimmer shade right here. It's so flaky and barely shows up. I know a lot of people love the Nomad formula, and I am not dissing them or dissing you if you love it. It's just not, it was not to me what it's been built up to be. Hopefully that made sense. Like, this is like, their formula is okay. Like, their formula is okay, and I would compare it to Colourpop. Like, but it's more expensive than Colourpop. Is their theming on point? Absolutely. Do I love the packaging? Absolutely. Do I love the formula? Nope, I don't. So I didn't declutter this one just because I was like, just hold on to it, Misty. I feel like I want to try it a few more times, and then if I don't like it, I'll pass it along. But yeah, no, if you've never tried Nomad and you want to try Nomad, I think the Paradise Island palette is really pretty if you like that color story. This is really pretty if you like that color story. I would pick that palette over this palette. The shimmers are just super flaky, super thin. I feel like they're more topper shades than anything. So again, I'm not dissing you if you like Nomad, and I'm not even dissing Nomad as a company. It's just not what it was like. To me, it was like, this is the most amazing formula on the planet. That's what I'd heard from a lot of people. And I was like, oh crap, yeah, hell yeah. And then like, no, nah. So anyway, that's a long way to say, no, I would not repurchase anything from Nomad. Actually, I've completely unfollowed them off of Instagram. It's just not, I mean, they're going to suck me in with the packaging. They're going to suck me in with the theming and maybe suck me in with the color story, but it's just not a formula I enjoy. And I don't want to pay, $40 for a palette that I am not going to love. So yeah. Number 9 is this. This is the BH Cosmetics Lost in Los Angeles palette. And I would not repurchase this one. And you're going, Misty, what? You can see I did it. It's level 4. This is level 3. And the reason I wouldn't repurchase this palette are this shade, this shade, this shade, and then like a white. I don't need a white. I prefer the Ice Cream Dream palette color story over this one. Am I going to get rid of this? No, because it's a lovely formula. I enjoy it. But if I could only keep one or the other, I'm going to go with the Glamlight one every time. Just because these don't fit. These two right here don't fit. Neither do that one. Does that one. Like, it doesn't fit. And then you have this really bright, vibrant blue, but this is more of like an icy blue, and this is like, neither one of these kind of really go with that matte. No, it's not my favorite color story. I enjoy the formula, but it's not my favorite color story. So this would actually be a no. Last but not least, Vivid Rose by Give Me Glow. I will say that I haven't tried this, and I didn't purchase this new. I got this off of Mercari. So would I repurchase this? Yes, I would try to repurchase it new, because again, this one came broken, and I know that she has changed her matte formula, but I don't know if the new matte formula is going into the older palettes. The Two Moods palette, that matte formula is completely different than the other mattes I've tried from her. So I know that she's had some issues with the one of the newer palettes had a shade in it that was either brittle or dry or something. And she mentioned, I think it was in Angelica Nyquist's video she did last week, where she left a really long comment. She posted on Instagram about, it was a new powder to them, and they tested it. They ordered a ton, made a ton, and then now they're finding out that there's issues with the product. So at least she's addressed it. They're getting refunds, or you're getting a replacement. I don't know. You'll have to reach out to them. But it is a formula that I enjoy. I'm painting almost all the shimmers I have from her. I'm trying to hit pan in. They're beautiful. I absolutely love them. I think they're a beautiful shimmer formula. So definitely a repurchase. And again, I would probably repurchase it new, and possibly I may see what happens on Black Friday. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't, but yeah. You see, these are really dry, but the ones in her new Two Moods palette are actually really smooth and creamy and buttery. So anyway, that's it. So out of 10, I would keep 3. No, I would keep 5. So I would keep half. We got the 2 quads, the naughty, the green, and the vivid rose. So yeah, so I'm pretty happy with my choices. And yeah, like I said, I'm not quite ready to declutter these just yet, but that doesn't mean they won't get decluttered at some point in the future. I have mentioned that I won't send anything with pan to Project Beauty Share. So that's another reason why I really haven't decluttered like the Lost in Los Angeles palette. Again, I don't feel like it needs to be decluttered either. I'm still on the fence about the Tokyo palette and the Chocolate Martini palette. Yeah, and like I said, I feel like a lot of this has also come with growth, not only in like my spending habits and shopping habits, but also learning what formulas I really do enjoy and which ones I'm like, it's all right, but I wouldn't say it's great. So yeah, anywho, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know if you've done this again, or do you agree or disagree with any of my choices. Excuse me. Again, I'm not saying that, your opinion is wrong. Makeup is so personal and so subjective. You may love the formulas I said, this is not for me, and that's okay. And that's why there are so many different formulas and so many different brands. And that's why, I listen to people who have reviewed palettes that I've tried, and we've had the same kind of, reaction, first thoughts, etc. So like I trust Teresa from Teresa's Dead. She and I were the only 2 that hated that Cinderella palette. There have been other couple of palettes that we've purchased in common, and we've had the same thoughts. And so I trust her on eyeshadow formula. Another person I trust is Alex. So it's all about just finding people you like to watch, testing things out, etc. So yeah, so it's not meant to dog the companies. It's not meant to dog any of the formulas, etc. It's just not for, like, no man, just not for me. That Huda is just not for me. LA Girl is just no longer for me. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be a bit more selective in my purchasing. So that's it, friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I think 5 out of 10 ain't bad. And like I mentioned, there's no shade, no hate, anything like that to any of the companies that you like and I don't. Makeup is subjective. We all like different formulas, from down to like primers and foundations, etc. So there's enough room at the table for everybody, and I hope that you just find a formula that you enjoy and eyeshadows that you love to use, and that's really the main thing. So yeah, I hope you'll consider subscribing if you haven't already. I do a lot of eyeshadow content. I'm doing six or seven eyeshadow projects. I don't know. I have eyeshadows and other projects. Like, I'm painting a lot of eyeshadow. I share a lot of my looks. So yeah. Okay. Don't forget to follow me. On Instagram. I'm at Misty Pans. Have a good day, night, week, wherever you are. I love your faces. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.